I think he's new to the Looney stage, not new to comedy. Glen Wiggy, everybody.
Thank you. You heard PJ correctly. My last name is Wiggy, W-I-G-G-Y.
Thank you.
Go ahead. You want to say it? Go ahead. I know you want to say it. Say my name.
Wiggy.
Thank you very much.
Wiggy.
Wiggy was actually my father's nickname growing up in Pittsburgh. His real name was Wigleski. You've heard of Pennsylvania Dutch? My father was Pennsylvania Polak. Growing up in grade school with the name Wiggy, of course I was teased by the other kids. They would say, Wiggy wears a wig, or Piggy Wiggy, or Piggly Wiggly. And I'd say, well, your mom gives blowjobs to elephants. That's a pretty good comeback for a second grader. Later as an adult, the teasing continued. A certain song came out on the radio, and then everyone had the tendency to ask, hey, Wiggy, are you going to get wiggy with it? And I'd say, no, but your mom gets wiggy when she gives blowjobs to elephants. Didn't have a lot of comebacks. I just had one good one. I'm proud of my name, though. I'm very proud of it. I've even named a sexual position after it called the Wiggy position, or Wiggy style. It's pretty much the basic missionary position, except the man's breath smells like beer and Cool Ranch flavored Doritos. Anyone done it Wiggy style? I haven't done stand-up comedy before, but I have studied the great comedy masters, and I know there's things that you can say to get a lot of applause. For instance, I can say, my wife and I just had a baby. Thank you. I could also say we're making a CD tonight. And finally, I could say everybody in the audience wins a new car. Well, the truth is, none of those things are true. My baby's 25 years old, and he listens to CDs in his car. Not as much applause as you might expect. Let me ask you something. Is there anybody out there who's got one of those big-ass pickup trucks, you know, the ones with the hammy?
And Julie.
Captain America.
Captain America, you sir. I'm just curious, why do you guys back into parking spaces? Quicker? Easier?
Easier to get out.
That's the reason? I thought the reason was to annoy the hell out of me. Annoying people on purpose is something I take great pride in. I live every day of my life trying to annoy or piss off people, and I consider it to be training for me being a grumpy old man. And I'll give you an example. To annoy somebody at a sporting event, play Candy Crush during the national anthem. With the sound on if necessary. You always get somebody say, hey buddy, why don't you show a little respect for the flag? And I say, why don't you show a little respect for this jelly level? I like to annoy people at the supermarket. It's easy to annoy people at the supermarket. When I was a kid, I thought it was a fun joke or an annoying way to piss off people by putting stuff in their shopping cart. You know, you put a tube of Preparation H, or you put in a packet of fresh fish, or you put in some condoms. That's kid stuff. As an adult, I take more pleasure in taking stuff out of their cart. Because I like to think about what would happen later. You know, it works great on old people. That Spanish kid forgot to bag my tartar sauce. He also forgot to bag my chicken pot pie. That does it. Call King Soupers. If you're going to offend people or you're going to annoy people, an easy target is religious people. I like to ask Christians that hypothetical spiritual question with the initials WWJD. Who would Jesus date? I know. But I'd like to think if Jesus came back for the second coming, that he'd be very popular with the ladies. Number one, he's fit. Number two, he's worldly. Number three, he's charismatic. And number four, he knows the right wine to pick with supper. So it isn't another stretch to figure out what kind of woman Jesus might like. And I always wonder, would he like the girl next door type? Or would he like more of a celebrity like Angelina Jolie? Or would he go for someone like royalty like Princess Kate? Maybe he would go for Taylor Swift. Of course, if he dated Taylor Swift, they would eventually break up, and she'd have to write a song about it. The Messiah didn't text me. You know how you pissed off Taylor Swift? Tell her one day she's going to write a song called The Messiah Didn't Text Me. Speaking of music, you know how you piss off Lady Gaga? Poker face. All right. That wasn't my joke. In fact, I heard that joke from someone's kid. I want that joke stricken from the record. You know how you piss off your neighbor's dog? Poker face. Very good. Very good. Another group of people I like to piss off, these are co-workers, and with killing two birds with one stone, you can also piss off, I don't want to call them fat people, because that's kind of mean, but you can piss off people that like to eat food, all of it. There was a woman at my work, and she was both of those categories, and I played a trick on her where on Monday I snuck in an empty carton of donuts. And while she was at a meeting or in the bathroom, I put the empty carton and an empty box of donuts in the break room. Yes, it is. Her name was Linda. She came back. She saw the break room. Oh, did someone have donuts? I did the same thing the next day from a different bakery. Empty box of donuts in the break room. Linda saw it again. Oh, donuts again? Wednesday, I brought in an empty bag of breakfast burritos. Put it in the break room. Someone had breakfast burritos? Did the same thing Thursday. By Friday morning, she was sitting in the break room at 7 o'clock. She had scissors in one hand and stapler in the other, saying, "I'm getting a treat today." Thank you. That's all I have.
Glen Wiggy, everybody.